I am internally grateful for past me. Because when I left for work yesterday, I said, okay, let me leave on the heat so that when I come home, I'll be all warm and I'll be all snug as a bug. And it is cold as a motherfucker outside. And they said we're supposed to get a storm. So I picked up the shift weeks ago. I work tonight. But I picked up weeks ago. I never knew we were getting a fucking storm. And I was like, okay, what if they get canceled? You're not gonna get canceled, babe. You know how many call-offs we're gonna have? And I have a funny, not so funny story. It's funny now, but like looking back, I was pissed. So I need to say something else. My Lyft drivers, every time they drop me off, they always drop me off down the street, across the street from my apartment. And it pisses me off. Why does every Lyft driver not drop me off in the same spot? Anyway, so yesterday, I got a Lyft to work, okay? I get in the Lyft. So the person looks way different, not way different from the photo, but I think they look like the person in the photo, but like more feminine. Like the person in the photo looked really masculine, and the person who picked me up looked really feminine, if that makes sense. I get in the car, hi, how you doing? Cigarettes attacking me. And it's fine. Okay, I'm not mad at you. I don't smoke, but I'm not mad at you. The smell was just so intense. I was like, damn, you must smoke like a pack in this bitch. So we drive like, I'm not joking, 1 minute down the street. We pull over. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we pulling over? Turns the car off, starts it back up. I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, so we get to moving again. We get to a stoplight. This is maybe 1 minute later. Maybe. Probably 45 seconds later, we get to a stoplight. We're the first ones in line, okay? And the car starts stuttering. Like, I remember one time Andrew was trying to teach me how to drive, like, stick shift, and I, like, stalled his car. And it was, like, it felt like the car was, like, seizing. The car just, like, started shaking and turned off. I'm like, what the fuck? So starts the car up, and the car is, like, beat up. It's, like, old, like, whatever. We get on the highway. Fast forward, we go on the highway. And we come to a complete stop on the fucking highway. I'm literally in shock. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? She's like, oh, like, what's going on with my car? My car hasn't done this in a while. Like, what's going on with my car? I'm like, why are you driving Lyft if your car does this? Like, sorry, I hate to be that girl, but you can't drive Lyft and have a fucked up car. I'm not saying your car has to be fucking 2025, whatever. I'm just saying your car has to be safe. There was this one Lyft driver who told me he hates when he gets in Lyfts himself and the car is like, has like leaves and stuff on the ground and they don't have air freshener. I don't care about that. As long as your car can get me from point A to point B, I don't care what your car looks like. I don't care what it looks like on the inside. I don't care. But this car was fucked up. If you know your car is fucked up and can't go from A to B, why are you driving Lyft? We get off the highway. I told her to pull over and let me out. I told her to get off the highway, pull me over, and let me out. And she just didn't want to. No, I'm not going to let you out, honey. It's so cold. I'm not going to let you out. I'm like, yeah, I get that, but I'm going to be late for work. Like, I asked at 6:11 to let me out. No, I don't want you to be late. I'm going to be late. So I already knew we were going to be late. And I didn't have to be at work till 6:45. I already knew because we had pulled over so many times. So boom, it gets to like 6:38 and we get off the highway because the car just, on the highway we probably pulled over 3 times to turn the car off and turn it back on. Ghetto. So I said, hey, can you get off the highway and let me fucking out? So she's like, I have to get off the highway anyway because my car can't take it. I said, okay, that's fine. She's like, I'm going to get you to work. If I have to put you on my back and carry you myself, I'm going to get you to work. Okay? And I felt, I was so angry in the moment because I asked you to just let me out at 6:11. Now I'm going to get 6:38 or something. I'm going to be late for fucking work. I asked you to let me out like 20, 30 minutes ago. Why are you not letting me out of the car when I asked you to let me out of the car? The car starts shaking again, it won't go. So we managed to barely pull over. And I'm about to call another Lyft. And so I said, can you let me out of the car? Well, no, sweetie, I don't want to let you out of the car because it's so cold and I don't want to let you out of the car. Let me out of the car. Well, I don't want you to stand out there by yourself and it's so dangerous. Let me out of the car. Let me out of the car. Let me out. I'm getting pissed off at this point. Let me out of the fucking car. Like, I'm getting annoyed. I need to call my Lyft. I need to get out of the car. It smells like cigarettes in here. It's pissing me off. You don't even have the fucking heat on in the car. I'm already cold. Let me out of the fucking car. What the fuck? Like, she's like, I don't know how I'm going to get back home, and I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't even have any money. I don't know how I'm going to get... What? Let me out of the fucking car. So eventually, after me begging to be let out of the car, I'll get let out of the car. I get out of the car. I call another Lyft, right? I call another Lyft. This bitch answers the ride. Why would you answer the ride? Why? So I canceled it immediately and called another Lyft. Because the car she was in never pulled off. It stayed right there. And I had to wait 8 minutes for my Lyft in the freezing fucking cold. And the car stayed right there the whole time. And I did not feel bad because I asked you at 6:11 to let me out of the car. I didn't get my new Lyft till 6:30, nearly 6:40. You know? Like, I've asked you so many times. I knew I was going to be late. Can you let me out of the car so I can call another Lyft? I understand you having car malfunctions. I get it. But let me out so I can be on time for work. It just pissed me off. Like, please tell me you guys understand. It's not being, like, insensitive. I'm not being insensitive. Like, I get it. But you have to let me out and I have to be somewhere. You're trying to, like, dry bag and be like, I don't know how I'm going to get home. I'm really sorry about that. But I have to go. What do you want me to say? You knew your car was fucked up 30 seconds into the ride. You can let me out there. That was my fucking day. And I get to work and there's 2 techs on the floor. And the third tech got floated to a different floor. So I'm like, why the fuck did she get floated if there's 47 people in the goddamn ED? I'm starting off with 10 patients. We got 9 fucking admissions. It's me and my coworker and she was training someone. So we both started off with 10 patients. We got 9 fucking admissions. And they had to bring another tech on the floor at 11 o'clock because we were getting slammed with admits. It was just too much. We couldn't keep up with it. CT, MRI. Everyone and their fucking mother got a CT scan last night. I'm saying it was only a little bit frustrating because one of the people I had, he was up at independent. He can go outside if he wants. He can do whatever he wants to do. And his nurse, who I love her so much, I was busy because I had to take people to CT and MRI and whatever. And some people had to go by bed, so it's a 2-person assist. Me and like another tech, my other coworker tech. We would help each other. Like, we would wheel my people down by bed. We will her people down by bed because it was fucking CT night. So this guy kept calling me. They're like, bring him stuff. Like, can you bring me a juice? Can you bring me a soda? Can you bring me this? Can you bring me graham crackers? Can you bring me peanut butter? Can you bring it? Damn! So I finally ignored the call and it went to the nurse. And the nurse, I get back on the floor. The nurse is showing him our kitchen, which is literally 20 steps from his room. Not even 20 steps from his room. The kitchen literally is right by his room. So she shows him the room and, oh, you can find this in here. You want ice cream? You can find this in here. We have popsicles. You can find this in here. So yeah, that's what we did. And he kept calling me to get him stuff. And I was so pissed because I was slammed with stuff. Slammed with admissions. Slammed with this and that. Like, I know that patients don't know that you're getting slammed with a million things. And that's why you can't come there and meet that. I know that you don't know that. I had a patient who was 94 years old and kept jumping up out of bed. And she can't because she's going to fall. And she can't get up on her own. And we had the fucking strength catheter. And I know that he doesn't know that we're doing all that. I get that. But if I'm telling you, hey, I'm so sorry, I can't get it right now because you may be going to get it, don't get a fucking attitude. Like, I just have so much going on and you don't know that, but give me some grace. I'm just one person with the whole, part of the hospital to myself. I'm making my way around. I'm doing the best I can. Like, when I go in for vitals and someone asks me for something, I don't go and get that immediately. I write everything, because most of the time people have a list of things that they want me to get. So I literally write it all down for every single room that wanted something, and I come back to it when I'm done with all my vitals. You guys are going to have to wait. Vitals have to be in by a certain time. Anyway, that being said, that was my night, and I didn't get to sit down until 11:45. And after that, it was kind of not smooth sailing, but kind of smooth sailing. Anyway, I got this bitchy lady in at like 1 a.m. and she was super bitchy and mean and whatever. But I have to work tonight. I hope I don't get pulled because my work bestie works tonight, and I hope I don't get pulled because we haven't seen each other in a long time, and I'm so excited. I'm not excited for work, but I picked up tonight for an incentive, and hopefully if we get canceled, that's okay, but I doubt I'm gonna get canceled because of the snowstorm and everything going on. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Once I get off work, I'll pick this back up tomorrow morning when I get off work, okay? NFC Championship game tomorrow. My dad's gonna be crushed if the Rams lose, but anyways, we'll talk later. So before I go to bed, I posted on my Insta story, tips for crochet. So it turns out my sister knows how to crochet, and she never fucking told me. So I'm gonna take my whole crochet kit over to my parents tomorrow to watch the NFC Championship game, and my sister's gonna teach me how to crochet. So yay!